All right, we are online, live, whatever it is. Hi, YouTube. I was trying to I don't have an excuse for being late. Well, I have an excuse, but if you aren't aware, OBS and Streamlabs were having a dispute. Streamlabs is currently getting dragged on Twitter for like plagiarizing and being kind of shady with their monetization and copying off of OBS's brand and other stuff like that. So in my attempt to maintain some sort of integrity, I was attempting to try and divorce myself from using Streamlabs OBS. I was not able to get the stream set up in time, unfortunately. So I'm still on Streamlabs, but I was in the process of changing the background. It's this nice God, shut up, phone. This nice thing, but I'm trying to make the stream look better because I think this is like the most successful thing on my channel, so I figured I'd put a bit more time into it. But maybe, actually no, next week is not true because we're not streaming next week because that's Thanksgiving week and I'm not about to be around here. So anywho, this is the ranting hour where we release. Y'all calling me late. Suck this late dick. Where we rant for at least an hour, sometimes more, about the inventory stuff that doesn't make it into my videos. Tonight I'm welcomed by Nidre. No. It's not welcomed by. Someone actually pointed out in my comments that I'm welcoming the other people. So I should say tonight I'm joined by. Thank you for. I forgot to write their name down, but thank you for pointing that out because that was kind of slow. Anyways. Go ahead and like the video. I'm really trying to be on my Kevin Samuels. So I don't know. Like the video helps me out. I think the last video got demonetized because I was too mean. So go like the last one as well. Whether you're watching the VOD or in the chat, though, helps me out a ton. It's the biggest thing you can do. And be sure to leave a comment if you're watching the VOD. It helps a ton. And I do keep an eye on chat. So if you want to get my attention real bad, you can feel free to throw a super chat my way. All support is welcome. Timestamps will be up eventually. Thank you to Indo because he's the GOAT, the homie. If you want more shenanigans and if you're not cringe, join the TCC Discord where I hang out. Shout out to Mark and the TCC podcast. He is the only Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia podcast. Copyright, trademark. That's not true, but whatever. I hang out that server. TCC podcast, 9 p.m. I show up in the post show sometimes when I'm usually trolling a chat. So if you want to interact more there, you can check out the live stream Mondays, twitch.tv/the live stream, Historia Crux on Cross 13's channel. We got Dissidia streams going all throughout the week except Friday because y'all need to go touch some grass on Friday. And if you want to become a member, support the channel. You'll see some people putting emotes in the chat if you want to help. The amount of money I make on YouTube really is insignificant, so I don't care if you subscribe or not, but it does help out a ton. Good to show support, and you can use emotes. And every week I call for people to make more content. Last week we had Multiracial Lion on here. He was pretty good. Again, shout out to him. He did a great job, even if he doesn't think he did. Streaming shit's hard. Not everyone can get up here and talk and make sense. So if you can already do that, you've done a great job. So I saw you in chat earlier, Lion. Shout out to you, bro. You're doing your shit.
Yeah, I listened to that one. I thought he did a good job.
Yeah, like word. I was DMing him afterwards. I'm like, yo, you did a good job, bro. Like even if you can't tell, like it's just awkward. It's awkward talking, and at least it's a bit more casual when it's a bunch of people like us. But like if you're just talking to people and you're not used to them hearing you, it feels really weird. But really, Mino was been grilling me all this week because I was so unprepared for Clown of the Week. Or Clown of the Century, the fucking roach of the community, the Koho guy. I was hilariously unprepared, but nobody could really pick up on that, really, except for like all of us who could tell I was way off my game because my stream fell apart. So like really, no one's out here noticing. Y'all are doing better than you think. Nobody's more critical of you than yourself. All right. Anywho. I don't know where ink is, but it doesn't matter because the show goes on. First off, I wanted to talk about the Vanille Hypocrites. So, damn, I wish I had the mod check emote in my in my channel, because if you remember to the long time ago, what was it? How long ago was the Setzer stuff? 2 months.
Yeah, it wasn't even that long. Yeah, about 2 months ago. Yeah,
2 months is farther than the average lifespan of the average Dissidia player, because every month they're asking how long do units last, and usually end up using it for 2 months, and they ask how long the next unit's going to last, and they end up using them for 2 months too. Broadway saying for $50, Totsuke Key. Wow. Face reveal never. But wow, I think I gotta. Okay, turn your volume down. I I got a Tosca key for $50, bro. That's kind of. I got a. me, head ass. Tosca key! There you go. Thank you, Broadway. You're the GOAT. Grandfather's shit. Where's my water? Oh no, I have no water.
Yeah, you gotta recover after that.
Oh
one,
man,
think.
I'm gonna stroke out midstream. Anyways,
yeah, I think it was about two months ago, and people were kicking up a big storm back then about where's Setzer? Setzer's late. GL's never getting Setzer. Just nonsense like that.
Yeah, they're trying to screw us over for the boss rush. We can't win without Setzer. Imagine if Setzer was your favorite. That was one of my favorite copes that I heard. Like, there's people who have been waiting and they're owed a Setzer. And the most we got for Vanille was a sarcastic RVK video, which I gave him the idea for, by the way. That was my idea to just write Vanille over the old Setzer post. So if you let me go find that video real quick and plug it in the chat. It's pretty funny. He went back and he went through all the Reddit posts, and I guess he typed Vanille in place of Setzer. if Vanille was meta and people cared enough to like get mad about her, but it's just been like silence on the Dissidia subreddit. It really is funny. And if it happens in what's probably going to happen, I'm posting the video in chat, by the way. Yeah, go check out RVK. He's almost at 500 subscribers, so get him over the line, guys. Yeah, Vanille is some people's character, guys. You should have some empathy. You should show solidarity and try and make noise, because tell the community we want Vanille. I mean, how are we supposed to do this boss rush without Vanille? How are we supposed to do Garnet Lost Chapter without Vanille? They have all those buffs and they have high defense. This is This is the GL shaft in effect. Hi, Ink.
Literally impossible.
Yeah, literally impossible to do Garnet's Lost Chapter without Vanille. I can't believe we got the GL shaft again. How funny history is. Go ahead.
I'm just joining and I wasn't paying attention to the whole thing, but like honestly, Vanille doesn't shine that much, and she would absolutely kick ass on Garnet's fight. So it feels like they're actually lowering her usability by releasing her later.
Yes, I agree. I mean, maybe she could kind of help with Shiva because Shiva buffs itself, but I mean, it's just the consistency is killing me. The inconsistency, I should say. It's not like, is there even a staff weapon skin to sell, Nidre? You know this stuff.
Well, we already have the sunflower.
Okay.
I'm trying to think if there's another one. You would think that like maybe they would sell like a candy cane or something. Or maybe there's like a GL first skin they would do or something like that. I don't really. I can't think of any besides. Oh, I was trying to think of. Realm has unique, and they had those like weird pumpkins. But yeah, I can't think of a staff.
Can we get a
GL
GL first? We need a GL first turkey leg for staff holders.
The chat is saying that there's a cherry blossom one.
Oh right, there is.
I don't remember that, but if you guys say so,
there is a cherry blossom one. Yeah, that's right. So I guess maybe they're selling that for Christmas, maybe.
Cherry blossoms could be in bloom in the southern hemisphere, maybe. I don't know.
Oh wait, that's a spring thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, cherry blossoms are not in bloom right now in the northern hemisphere.
Dumbass. What were you saying, Nick?
I was just gonna keep going with my turkey. Like, I will genuinely buy that weapon gloss if they make a turkey leg. That would be hilarious.
Honestly, yeah, same. That'd be like the one funny weapon skin, like a turkey leg. Yeah, God, that's actually genius. I totally beat up people like Vayne with floating turkey legs. Well, okay, Ink, are you eating turkey legs right now?
No, I'm eating crab fried rice with yellow curry and garlic beef.
Can you please say some name I've never heard so Mino can get angry about the name of the food? Because was it like banh mi or something before? I don't know what the hell that is.
I had duck larb for lunch. Does that count?
I don't know.
Yeah, duck larb is like amazing if you find it.
Wait, good. Larb with a B?
Yes, with a B.
Oh, okay. I guess that counts.
Yeah.
Like indolent larb.
He's gonna change that name in the TC. He's gonna change his name to that TCC server now.
Indolent larb would be hilarious.
Oh my god. No, not Lard Theologica. Larb. What was it? Someone said Beachwear Vanille costume. Too bad she's. I mean, I'm joking. It's just funny how because what's gonna happen more than likely is if Lena moves around. Like people are on Lena watch right now. People are so uninterested in Vanille that getting shuffled around, but their eyes are like laser focused on Lena because she's got a bunch of good buffs. And so I guarantee, I swear to God, if we start seeing when Lena threads and no like mass hysteria over Vanille, I mean the odds of that happening are pretty high. But it's just funny how much of a hive mind there is. The more esoteric the food, the more likely Mino gets summoned to rage. Mino said larb is just salad. Is it just salad?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now I'm mad. Why did you say salad?
Why would I call it a duck salad?
Because it's a duck salad. That's what it is.
It's duck larb, and you eat it with like a lettuce. You can use like lettuce, like bib lettuce, and like put the larb in the lettuce, and you get like a. It's sort of like a lettuce taco, you know.
Let's see. What orbs does Lena help with? Maybe the back-to-back range damage orbs, maybe. But I mean, you don't want to press her skills to do brave damage, so. I don't think Lena will get moved because she's Transcendence game, but who knows? We just quite literally don't know. So keep an eye out. You see anybody on Discord crying about Lena getting moved? Mino's DMing me a picture of this. Called you pretentious. He's angry. Well done. Jack is not a must pull. No, not really. Can't wait for.
But Jack does have very few from an attacker perspective. He doesn't seem to have that many weaknesses. Like he's pretty self-sufficient. Similar to I feel like he's even more self-sufficient than Vaughn is.
In the ballpark.
He's always hitting weakness. He's got Brave Steel. He's got Brave Retention. He's got a lot of skills. He has instant break. He has unbreaks. He's probably like only locked out from fire absorb, which I don't even know how much fire absorb there is.
It's like just effort, and that's it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, he has notably very few weaknesses.
Although I'd rather bring a Vaughn LD than a Jack LD.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah, I mean, my thing with Jack is basically like he's a good damage dealer, and if you haven't had one in a while, especially a green one, it's a good idea to pick him up. That's what I would say about Jack.
Yeah, turn stealer. Not over the top turn stealer, but yeah,
he's
good all around.
Hold on, I gotta call Nidre out for a second.
Please
so
do.
a green damage dealer, you haven't had one in a while. So is that like Zidane is like the oldest green damage dealer? So if you did Zidane, then you should get Jack. Is that what you're saying?
Well, let me tell you.
What's the cutoff line?
Let me tell you specifics, basically. Like I'm just thinking about my experience in JP, and in JP, my damage dealing green was COD, and that's all that I hit. And specifically, I mean, COD still does pretty decent damage at this period in time, but she's not so. I mean, you can use her in certain niche applications, niche fancy ways, Megamind ways in the Shiva fight, but they're trying to tell you not to really use delayers in that fight. So I was like, well, if I only have one green and it was from a month ago, it might make sense to pull another one and build another one. And then that's what I ended up doing. I wouldn't say, if you have, basically what I'm saying is if you have Ace green or Ace built out, Ace is still doing great damage. Not to say that Ace is anything like Jacked, but Ace is pretty broken.
If you got your damage filled out, you probably won't feel missing out on Jacked, I think is what Nidre is trying to say.
Yeah,
and, I had a similar sentiment. Go ahead, Ink.
But if you green Jack though, you will be able to farm Divine Shiva faster, right?
Well, I don't know if that was sarcastic or ironic or something, but okay, you laughed. Okay, good. Because so many people are like, how do I farm Divine Shiva fast? And I'm like, why? What's the rush?
I forgot which channel I posted it in, but someone was like, "It's faster if you manual," and I was like, "Okay, but you are spending
Yeah, your
time
attention.
looking at a screen, tapping your phone, and you could literally spend your time doing anything else. So that is a waste of your time to sit there mindlessly tapping your phone."
I don't have Mog Pass and JP, and we get the runs, and I just do them over time, and it gets done. It's not. I don't know why. Maybe it's the notion that they carried over from Ultimate. Was it Ultimate? Yeah, it was Ultimate Boards. You had to do it fast within a book, but we're not tied to a book anymore. So there's quite literally no rush. So I don't understand what's fast. It's like just does it work? Then it's good enough.
Most people finish it in like 2.5 hours or so.
Oh,
like 3 hours.
Not that.
That's fast.
Mog Pass maybe, but that's really fast.
Yeah. Like when we were timing out, which one was it? It was the Alex. I want to say, yeah. If you used like Terra, who wasn't Synergy, like it was the fastest thing. You'd be done in 2 hours and 11 minutes, even doing 75 runs because of how fast Terra was. But yeah, I mean that's you spamming. That's you having a very specific team comp and all of that.
Yeah, we don't need that. We just need something.
You really don't need it with Auto Plus.
Yeah, it's a blessing.
Yeah, it's very much with Divine Boards. It's and Auto Plus. It's very much a story of slow and steady wins the race. Just do whatever's easiest for you. Gets the clear done. You come back in 30 seconds or 45 seconds or however long it takes. You press the 2 buttons again. You move on with your.
How did we get to eject from Vanille?
Eject is good and Vanille is not good. I don't know.
Maybe. I wonder if Vanille would also be decent on Kadaj's last chapter because those fuckers are high defense, I guess.
So, is there any world
That's cope.
in which they delay Vanille so that she is in the first batch of level 90s?
No. It won't make a difference. She's bad during all of it.
Well, but if they give her level 90 and they rework her and they make her dumb-ass EX trap, which should have been fixed on her EX Plus.
Yeah, it's funny.
Which does one brave attack. Are you fucking kidding me? Even at EX Plus, I was like, how did this not change? How did the devs look at this and be like, yeah, this is broken. It removes 2 buffs. We need to leave it at 1 hit. If we make it 2 hits, that's way too much. Yeah, it feels like they need that she would potentially get a lot better with 90.
No. I think she goes from 1 HP attack to 2.
Are you suggesting also that she would be in the first batch of C90s rather than comes out with her C90 a month later?
Does she come?
Yes.
Wow.
Layla is
I
the
didn't
month
even
after,
know
I
she
believe,
has. I didn't even know she has C90 in JP.
Yeah,
yet.
she's with
Oh,
Layla.
you did? Oh no, he didn't. Oh
wow,
no.
She's
Oh
that
no.
bad. Oh my god.
Oh no, he didn't know. Oh no. Yeah, it's so the C90 starts off. It's Noel Queen. I don't know what to say this fucker's name. The FS12 guy that I used for one event.
Lead or something.
That I benched immediately. One of the most unnecessary characters of all time. Jesus Christ.
He's very good though.
He's very good, but also I never felt the need to use him ever. It's gonna be interesting when he rolls around in global because not only is he a nobody, he's completely overkill, and then by the time content starts mattering, he's power crept.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna be fire with that FR though, probably. Let's give him all the new characters, I guess. Then Locke, Edgar, Aiko, Papolimo, and then Greg, Yuri, and then Layla Vanille. So yeah, she's second month of C90.
The fact that Greg comes after Locke is sort of
he's got a
right?
good BT effect, and
True.
He actually does have a really good BT effect. It's just you probably don't see many Greg reps because ain't nobody really like him like that. At least not on YouTube. That's really one of the biggest problems. This is probably a separate subject, but people base viability on whether Stimpy ran them or not. And Stimpy does God's work, showing off a bunch of bullshit with characters, but it's such a small sample size, and even him with his 5 accounts can't run Gilgamesh in every event. So it's just that's something unrelated.
Yeah, and you brought up a great point in there also about the fact that Yuri has an LD. I'm sure everybody forgot that in about 15 minutes.
So there's one Japanese YouTuber who is like still running Yuri. The Crystal Chronicles YouTuber.
Yeah.
They ran Yuri a ton. So he's got results there. It's just not in English. So,
I mean, the problem is they need they're gonna go nuts in GL if we don't get any unique like Equinox content to force us to pull some more characters.
Yeah.
Well, I think that like I think we can expect that there will be some of that, but like if you're expecting more than like once every 2 or 3 months, I don't think that's very likely. And we're talking about like nearly 6 months of like the easiest content that you've ever seen. So
Right.
I don't know how much of a difference if you're talking about 6 months, 2 or 3 events, a month. Sorry, an event every 2 or 3 months. You're talking about 2 or 3 global exclusive things. Maybe that'll work to get people to pull for like 2 or 3 cycles, but you've got a bunch of other crap that you're not going to be pulling for.
They need like long-term events. As a side, have you guys ever left your phone in your refrigerator?
What the hell, Link? Someone
No.
clip this, please.
Genuine curiosity.
How did it get in there?
You're holding your phone. You're getting milk out of the fridge, and you maybe you need milk and something else, and you grab it and you leave your phone in there because you needed to put it down because you were holding it, and then you put stuff back in, and you're like, shit, where's my phone?
Don't you have pockets?
Yeah.
Put them there.
I'm not gonna put milk in my pocket.
Oh my god! What? Can't imagine drinking milk. What? Did you just do that? Did you do that today? Do this frequently? Has that happened
like
more than
last
once?
week.
Last week?
No. Yeah.
Is this a one-time thing?
I want to say twice.
Oh my god! I'm trying to give you an out here.
I'm not gonna take it. Don't worry.
Okay,
I
but-
own up to it.
But how
think it's funny.
many spoons did you melt in a row? BC.
No, listen. All right. It was spatulas. Watch your mouth.
Okay, spatula.
I
Chef Nero over here.
Was it one?
I melted 2 plastic spatulas by leaving them on the stove on the same week. Somehow, it was a long week. I was enjoying my scrambled eggs too much, and I melted them. We've been over this. This is beyond that. I got some new some ones that don't melt now, so I'm good. Ink needs to make an infographic for milk.
Dude, I would love to.
Ink is training for Divine Shiva by freezing the phone. It's too close not to be coincidence. Jesus Christ. Speaking of Shiva, I do find it funny that they announced Shiva being on Sunday, and that would line up for the stream being. I'm not going to be around. Am I going to be around for that? What time is the stream? Probably going to be busy. So don't expect me to live stream that. But that killed a lot of the GL first Xeno streams.
Yeah.
Unless we
yeah.
get an announcement like tonight, because they don't usually release stuff. They might release something Friday evening in the U.S. time, but I don't think they usually do that, do they?
Yeah,
No,
Unless they
and
sneak something in. Like there's
it's
some
been a
last
while
minute
since they
cope.
dropped Friday.
Yeah, so it looks like they just sped it up to, I don't know, to maybe realign
My guess is
something.
they're gonna space things out a lot, and they're probably gonna give us Vanille with some special content, like Abyss or Equinox or something.
Yeah.
Is my guess.
I ask this like every other month, but when was the last time we had an Abyss again? Was the redoing of the Jack boss the last one?
it could have been the jet.
Wait, no, that's not
There's
fair.
one in
They've
between.
they've reused the Jack boss like 4 times. No one remembers which one you're talking about.
Listen, the one after the Dolahan. There was Dolahan, and there was an easy Abyss afterwards, right?
Oh, sure. Yes,
That was
that's
the last one, right? Okay, that was a long ass time ago.
Yeah, that's definitely more than 6 months ago.
I think Abyss is dead. It has to be. Well,
But
this is the longest gap.
but
we've
they
had in
did.
Abyss.
Yeah, but they did Equinox after that, right? And we can all say that Equinox was better than Abyss.
Yes, we can, but
Yeah.
Abyss is we're coffin dancing for Abyss right now. 'Cause now
Yeah, I mean, I wish both existed, but if I had to pick one, I would definitely.
I say this every time. Abyss did not translate well into Lufenia because it's
That's
just
true.
it's too restrictive. It's either too open or too restrictive. I don't think there's been a well balanced Abyss Lufenia ever.
Well, now that orbs are dead, maybe they'll do them again in Shinryu.
Oh yes.
The problem is that they don't have good scaling difficulties anymore. So I think I mentioned this before, but do you remember back around like maybe 7's chapter, like early chapter 2?
Yep.
Like the stories were actually roster checks, right? Like a lot of those fights were actually difficult. Even if you had recent characters, you still may struggle because they had like melee resist fights and you
back when that
lean
was
heavy.
an actual deterrent.
Yeah, when you couldn't bypass it. Those used to be genuine roster checks. So you'd have like level. It was like Cosmos was the hardest, but they had like level 110 fights that were actually difficult. Like level 110 was challenging, and they don't have that anymore, right? Like the only thing that's challenging is Lufenia. Chaos is never challenging anymore unless it's like Reno's boss.
Yeah, I just don't think they can do it. I don't think they have the bandwidth to
Yeah.
do something like that. I think they should really just scrap it. I mean, it's going to be there. They can't take it. It's a permanent content. So they're not going to just snap it away. But I'm not even sure if they'd update it anymore. By the way, we have 184 viewers right now and only 64 likes. Get the likes up, people. I wish I switched to some royalty-free music, Kevin Samuel style, but I haven't done that yet. So just get the likes up. But Nidre brought up a good point about something I wanted to also pivot to. Lufenia versus he talked about if they bring back. You said like Abyss Shinryu, right?
Yeah.
And I was speculating earlier that I remember seeing a bunch of sighs of relief as the Lufenia orbs gone away with Shinryu, and I think those same people sighing relief are seeing these like bloated showcases on YouTube of people like ramping up the FR gauge and blowing past mechanics and quote unquote bringing whoever they want. That's not quite the case. You can still get slapped silly by some of the mechanics. Like if you for instance in the 6-man, if you didn't bring proper mitigation or a stun and you didn't blow past them with your FR phase, you ate a huge attack that ignored brave reduction. And if you didn't keep stunning them, the right boss, the lion, kept taking a turn, you get full dispelled. They still have like the Lufenia-esque things on there. They still are asking you to do it. So just because they're not wiping you out, and there's definitely power creep in play too. So I think,
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking of the people, as you were saying, you were mentioning people who are like, man, if just the orb didn't exist, I could do whatever I wanted, and the game would be so much better, but these orbs are so BS that I have to pull for these characters that I don't care about, and a lot of these people are going to find, what they like to do, these guys, they like to bring their characters in, they like to mash buttons, they don't care about team building, they want it to just go easy for them, which worked when they just had RNA, but a lot of these guys, they're going to find that the problem that they have is that the FR era really wants you to maximize your damage. I feel like that's the overarching mechanic so far.
Yes, that's what that's why my run took like 30 minutes, because I did a very bad job at doing that.
You really got to plan those windows out well, and you got to make sure all your debuffs are up. You got to make sure all your buffs are up, and you got to make sure that the turn order is just right. Or that, maybe if you're doing a counter team, that the other side has turns coming up, and then you just got to maximize it just so. And a lot of these people are going to find that they were just asked the game the entire time, and they can't make it work. It's these same people who can't, they just want to be mashing buttons. They just want to see their favorite character, make things explode on the screen. And for those people, I have a recommendation for them. They can just go to the EX difficulty or the Cosmos difficulty, and they can get that done. But the rest of us are trying to have, a little bit of challenge. So, these folks are gonna, they're not having a good time now. I hate to tell you this, the orb is not the thing that's going to...
Yeah, the orb is not your
going
problem.
away is not going to be the thing that solves your problems. The problem is you're bad.
Violence. And the funny thing is that it's only like we are 4 fights into Shinryu. And I think, what was it? The Seiss boss at like 20 million HP, and I think we're at like 100 million. I don't know the exact numbers, but there's been an insane HP damage spike, a boss HP spike over like the past month or two.
I think this was Vera's fact, but he was saying that I think we had something like 18 or 19 million in Seiss's fight across both bosses. And in this most recent 6-man fight, which, there's more characters, maybe that's why the HP went up, but that doesn't make much of a difference. It was about 200 million in the span of, what is it?
Feel free to double check those numbers, everyone. We don't remember. We're just going off the top of our head, but it's more. The gist of it is it's been a spike in the past couple months. So you're not about to be like, and then there's passive HP damage reduction going on. And if you're not like building around effects, and you're not like building because you can still do it forceless, but when you do it forceless, you got to bring a lot of damage, a lot of damage. And someone said FR era is literally team comp era. Yeah, you're building to maximize the gauge, and this is just impressions so far. They might flip this because remember carefully. Remember month 1 of Lufenia where we could the orb went off on the Shinryu fight and we just ate it, and then you could just warrior light the orb on 8's lost chapter. You could dodge Kurisame's lost chapter. I mean Kurisame's event orb. You had to just tank Gladio's orb. A bunch of things you could just get around. And then month 2 they said never mind. Let's change it completely. You will die. So this is just preliminary stuff, but already VL pointing out, shout out to VL by the way, go subscribe to this man. Ramping FR % actually requires quite a bit of setup. Yeah, you need to, like, I was talking to Mino about this earlier. I'm like, if you want to optimize Kane's FR, from what I've used so far, you want Cisne for the off-turn range damage, and you want Selphie in the party, or maybe as a friend or something. Selphie's debuff active in some way, so everything is a launch. So you can, because Kane's FR goes up 1 on range damage and 2 when the full party participates in a launch. So if you're not optimizing the output of your FR team, you're probably doing less damage. So if anything, I don't know if I'd call that more restrictive, but it's more like targeted building. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I think that like one of the things that they're trying to have you do, you would previously kind of build completely around what fight you're doing, and now you're kind of trying to build to maximize your own gauge, so certain characters play really nicely together. There is a little bit of that, of course. Like, you could have characters that play really well together, like Shadow and Beatrix, for example.
Oh, buddy.
Got me.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. You could dodge all the orbs with Reno. Yeah, they shut that shit off. Go ahead.
Has anyone eat a raw force? Sorry, Shinryu?
Yes.
Yeah.
King Degenerate himself has been doing that. I think he
did the first one.
Yeah. And I know it's possible versus Braska's Final Aeon as well. So, 6-man, you can't quite do it because you can't bring in a friend to abuse stuff, but yeah, you can definitely. Itaroth is still alive and well.
Yeah, Ida is getting pitied. I'll pity her twice.
I see.
She seems hella fun.
Her LD call is a quality of life in co-op, that's for sure. She does a lot of damage on that LD
Definitely.
Call. Yeah.
Yeah, her LD call, I don't know, I was watching, it's like 850 AoE. 850k AoE.
And then Cyan down the line.
Yeah, I would say if you're planning on playing Ida like in a more in a less degenerate fashion, it's kind of for that people who like the play style of people who like the play style of like the turn stealer on break. She's like takes that to the next level.
Yeah. Is Ida AoE Tifa? I don't know if that's serious, but actually I don't even know what Ida's fucking skills do, to be honest. I did not pay attention to her at all. Also, Jin Lee, the cheater, is in chat. He magically generates tickets. He pulls tickets out of his ass for pull videos. He's clearly hacking the game. Square Enix, get this man.
He has access to a secret content creator shop, which allows him to buy tickets.
Yeah, like we
based
joke
on
about
the amount
content
of
creator
views
rate
of
up,
his
but
videos.
he generally actually has that. He is a cheater through and through. We have proven this by being able to discern these things through our YouTube screen. But it's Shinryu is interesting so far. It's a learning curve trying to maximize these damn damage windows, and I'm really bad at it. But I also I am fearful for these people that are going nuts on the new things. I think I said this last week, but some people are like maxing a bunch of force boards and getting all the new FRs, and I'm like, that's not sustainable.
It is not.
It is not sustainable. Like some people are going like, oh my god, the power creep. How will DFFO survive? The numbers are getting insane. Like all these like 9,000. These max BT, and shout out to the Gons, by the way, for becoming a member. First off, I put in the title also, Cam is a mistake. So if you aren't aware, the thing with Camonaut that's currently wild is that if one of his conditions for ramping his FR are like hitting ice damage or hitting someone afflicted with a stun debuff, and this doesn't work right now for other stuff other than his stuff, I think. But I think they're patching it next month to include terror and sleep and confused, maybe. I don't know the exact details, but Cam is currently about to get stronger. And the other thing is that if you do a launch with Cam, it counts as the other people attacking the stunned target in midair. So it would be plus 20 if Cam attacked them, and then plus another 20 because he's doing ice. But when it's tacked on, it counts as the other two characters doing plus 20%. So it ends up every launch that Cam does, or I think this is anyone while his BT while his FR is active, it ends up ramping the gauge by 80%. And we initially thought this was a bug. I asked Mino to translate it just to be sure, because there's different translations flying around. And Mino seems to be under the impression that they're saying it's working as intended, and they're going to fix the description next month. It's still up in the air. I'm still coping through saying there's no way they can leave this in the game. But Cam being able to ramp his gauge by 80% because most of the way, and this is what's taking me a bit to learn, a lot of the supporty characters that do a lot of free turn stuff, they actually have like final like FR passives that are able to ramp the gauge by like 25%. Not even 25. They're able to ramp it by 50%. So Ignis is like free the recipe skill, and the I don't remember what his damn skills, but both of Ignis' skills, if he presses them while an FR is active, he bumps the HP percent up by just 50%. Which is nuts. But the fact but those are support. That seems to be how they're balancing the support characters. So if they have dead skills like Aerith, or Ignis or Pinello, who just sit there and don't do any damage, they will at least bump the gauge by 50% independently, assuming force time was already active. So I'm like, all right, that makes sense. They can't contribute that much, but at least they can like bump the gauge on their own since they're eating a turn. But the problem now is that Cam is doing that, and he's also doing a lot of damage. So Cam is plus 80, which is better than these dead skills, and he's doing it for free, provided you have the launch set up. So we're speculating like maybe they can bring back the return of launch immune. It's been a while since we've had launch immune stuff, really. I mean, well, no, that's not true.
I did have a thought about the launch immune thing, actually. There is one cycle that they're not going to be able to do launch immune, because we still have to do Lael's green. But yeah, they could put it into.
That's not even a cycle. That's
one event, I suppose.
Yeah, so he's not the new BT, so he'd just be the secondary BT.
That would be pretty crazy if they made his green and then all the events after. Couldn't launch.
We might be facing the return of lockout era or something. Maybe something to punish launches, but it really sucks that they can never consistently see into a balanced launch. It's either launch sucks or it's broken. And it's been like that since the beginning of the game. And here we are again with launch just blowing stuff out the water. So I'm level yourself for power creep, people. Get your expectations in line. I've been saying it every time, we are going to get that bullshit fight. It's going to happen. And people are going to lose their minds again.
Did you pull for Cam, BT, and FR?
Nope. I'm saving it for global.
Okay.
I'm going to try and run Kane into the ground.
I'm sure you've heard the rumors about who's coming later this far, too.
Oh, yeah, Tidus?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want Tidus instead, because he's already... So I'm trying not to replicate my greens. And I think I mentioned this last room, but I panic greened Tidus when I saw that he was getting his FR, and I'm like, why did I do that? But I'm trying to make sure I don't replicate stuff in GL. I'm trying to almost explicitly stick to don't repeat blues and don't repeat greens. And since I already have Tita's blue, I went ahead and greened him, and now I'm just gonna FR him. And then when global comes around, I'm not gonna do it. So yeah.
So you're gonna green Greg then, yeah, in GL.
Die. I'm gonna skip his LD again. That was the first 2-week synergy I skipped, and I'm better for it. Launch has always been broken from the get-go. Shut up, y'all. Lion says I'm up to MLB FR for Cam, still hunting for that BT. I think I was talking with Nidre earlier, and I think we came to the maybe early conclusion that Kane might benefit more from his BT than his FR, because it is really... I think they balance Kane well, because while he can't ramp up his FR, because we've gotten... Honestly, we've gotten some pretty balanced FRs, everything considered, because we got 2 support FRs, so they can ramp their gauge, but they're not pumping out as much damage, because Braska and Cryle are kind of supporting. And then there's Kane. Kane is balanced because while he can't ramp his gauge as high by himself, he has a BT and he leaves, so his BT can last pretty much the entire battle if you just have him like W jump and then just leave. So I think they were trying not to overtune Kane, or else that would have set a bad precedent. The issue is, and then Cam came in and then did all of that. So era starting off interesting. No FR is still possible, but it does feel good to do those giant burst windows, and I enjoy the twist on content that way. What's it called? Force boards are still a bottleneck, and I'm being very careful not to go in too hard on those, because again, we're gonna see it. There's people going nuts on everything right now, and we don't know what's next. And if you can still beat the I mean, Nidre said it best. I think we were talking about this before. Shotgun pullers and shotgun investors, people who don't think before they do stuff, are gonna get annihilated. Nidre, you want to talk about that some more?
Yeah. So I mean, the thing is, I'm still kind of grappling with how useful is a 0 out of 3 FR, how useful is a 3 out of 3 FR. But I'm starting to believe that if you're not planning to go all the way 3 out of 3 FR on a character, like, you probably shouldn't even be pulling unless you're just trying to, like, to me, you know, and this is like obviously a working notion, as you know, Black Nero just said, we have to see what the content coming is going to make us think. But to me, there's kind of a few different levels of investment in the current world. Like, the base new level of investment is you have their LD and you go 10 out of 30 on their force boards.
Yeah, so they can at least get some semblance of bonus.
Right. If you're gonna use a character and they have force boards, you better put them to 10 of 30, and that costs
5K points.
Yeah, that's 5,000 points, but it doesn't cost you any of these new force stone materials. Then there are characters that you might just go all the way on their force boards, and you just have their LD. People like Ignis. That
that 50% boost I was talking about, that's locked. So that you get 25 from the 10 force boards, and then you get the final one at 30 is where you get the other 25%. So if really like Stimpy's been doing these videos. Like, I was watching those earlier, and he was just like steroiding the gauge by just cooking with Ignis, and then Kane was going nuts in the background, like ramping up crazy damage. I was like, oh, and I almost did it, but I'm like, I don't need this. But it sure did look fun. But yeah, if you can go all the way, but then there's those limited. I mean, you can get some of the materials behind the daily shop, but say there's like an influx. That's the thing. Like, people just don't learn in JP, bro. They just don't learn. Like, it's always something that comes out of nowhere. And half of my mind on Cam right now is like, what if we get a Sephiroth situation next month, where like it's like the banner unit is not as good for the fight as someone who came out like a month ago.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah,
that could definitely happen in JP.
We do just never know. But I have a lot of gems in case. That's what we save for.
Yeah, so there's a lot of different ways to invest in characters going forward. We don't in JP yet know the best ways to do it, but
we don't know anything. Pure speculation.
We're figuring stuff out. We're playing with these new units. A lot of fun in JP to be playing with this new stuff. I would say thus far, for those people in GL who are like looking at this and they're saying, oh my god, you know, people are doing millions and millions of damage and I can't imagine it, and this is so hard to figure out this new gauge, and I just don't, you know, this era, I would say, is actually probably a little bit less difficult for this first month at least. You know, next month, who knows, but yeah, this month has definitely been easier than like I would have said Lufenia Plus was. Since this period that GL just finished, I would say is harder than the Shinryu era has been thus far.
Do you think Jekt is overrated? No, I think he's hyped just fine. He's a good character. It's really strong. You can skip him and not feel it, but he's really good. Jin Lee, I'm going to use Setzer with no FR, no center to your PT plus. Oh man. Someone said something earlier that I liked. Oh yeah, Veal said he tried a 0-3 Cryol FR. I gave up halfway. Yeah, I thought about that, and I'm thinking maybe those 0-3s will be more useful when the party can like proc the gauge more frequently. It's just so difficult to draw any conclusions right now because everything's so variable right now, and I'm scared to invest in anything because I'm not getting caught lacking. No way. I'll take that 30 minutes if I don't gotta build anything to beat the fight. But
it's just too early to tell. You know, and I think what we're worried about in JP is like, is it going to be another Lufenia situation where the actual hard stuff is like 3 cycles in, 4 cycles?
Yeah.
Or have they magically decided to like release balanced content?
Yeah.
But nah, they've never done that before. That's unlikely.
So that's if you're looking forward to Shinryu, well, I mean, I remember Lufenia being romanticized in Global as well. We're like, oh, Caius is so boring. I can't wait till Lufenia gets here, and it's a challenge. And now we have State of Lufenia every other month.
I think the big thing that a lot of GL will be asking is like, hey, all this content is so damn easy. Who should I be pulling on for Shinryu difficulty, right? Like, who are the BT plus and LD pickups that you can run?
Selphie.
Yeah, like
fucking Selphie.
Yeah, who's
Selphie?
Selphie's the only one we know so far. That's
Selphie,
a good point.
Ram's a BT plus, probably Karen in the same realm.
Is Selphie there because of her auras and her launch? Or
Selphie's there because of the broken
EX
debuff, putting the launchableness on the enemy side instead of the player.
Yeah, it's like Caius's buff, but it's a debuff and it doesn't go down.
Yeah, here's the people are going to be really upset with Selphie in C80 because it does go down.
Yeah, it was kind of lackluster in C80.
Yeah, Selphie was actually extremely mid in C80 because everyone was like, "Oh, this debuff seems broken," and then you couldn't use it as a call, and then it went down every time you attacked. So you're like, "Oh," and in C90 they reworked it so it doesn't go down. They're like, "Oh, okay, now it's broken."
Now it's busted.
Yeah, but the thing that bothers me with Selphie C80 is that it goes down on the first attack. Like, it inflicts the debuff first, and then you launch the enemy, and it ticks down after that. So literally after Selphie's turn, one enemy has 4 and the other one has 3 turns, and it's so damn short. Yeah.
So yeah, Selphie's but that Caius Selphie banner is technically good value because Caius as an LD or even as a call can help you. And Transcendent 6, and you have Selphie for down the line. I mean, I know you guys remember how like people, the YouTube addicts, were going crazy over Charlotta for about 5 minutes.
Yeah, I haven't heard much. I was just thinking about that. I haven't heard anything much about using Probably there's somebody in JP who's using Charlotta.
Yeah, the Crystal Chronicles guy. But I mean, I remember people go like, the numbers are so big, and now look at this. Like, well, that was like 3 months ago, right?
Yeah, somewhere around there. Yeah.
Charlotta mod check. Imagine Sync LD board rework and not making her debuff go down. That's probably what's going to happen. I wouldn't doubt it. That would also make Sync crazy. But she kind of she needs that kind of love.
She could use that, I think.
Yeah, she could definitely use that.
What if Edward's sleep doesn't go down on attack?
I'm gonna go take a shit.
Yeah, why would you say his name? Don't derail, damn it. Yeah, I mean, people are definitely going to be disappointed with Selphie. Yeah, I always think about, and man, she extends the hell out of fight. I mean, obviously you're doing a lot of damage in those launches, but just having the launch every single turn is so annoying. Oh my god!
And Wall is not a quick animation, and it's an instant turn, and her EX is an instant turn. Also not, like, neither of those deal damage. So, yeah. And her EX, they adjusted, I'm fairly sure, because I ran Selphie a lot with her EX+. They adjusted her EX recharge. Like, when they touched her skills and they reworked her skills, like the turn rates for them. Because Selphie never recharged in one skill. Like, she recharges in one drain reliably.
Yeah, you're right. They did fix it somehow.
Yeah, they totally touched her. Like, I mean, her EX says that it's fast. Like, technically, when you account for all of the speed boosts and everything, she equates to a fast. And fast should be 1 HP plus and one skill. And she's recharging basically as fast as, like, Setzer, Quistis, Ida.
Yeah, they do on the C90 passes. They do touch up the EX charge rates, which I definitely remember being a little awkward in certain places.
That's even with her C80. They touched it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like they touched the turn rate on her skills, so that they do recharge her EX fast enough.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta be honest. I pulled that banner that you were talking about, the Caius Selphie time. I don't think a lot of people pull that in GL, but I could be wrong.
I don't know.
The main reason that I pulled it
the debuffs for the call, and then for the few. I mean, well,
right. Well, the thing is that T6 right is a pain in the ass if you don't have Selphie. So,
yeah, if you have Reigns as an option, and then Dark Cecil, and then there's Caius shenanigans you can do there, where you throw Caius's debuff or Caius's buff on Trey, and then after all the arrow rains go off, you can launch them after every turn.
Huh.
I can't wait for all the people that skipping Selphie and threw Caius. Sorry, not Caius. Reigns in T5 with Varts and Aphmau, so that they could do like 9-turn Lufenia, like middle, Lufenia plus middle. They're gonna be really upset being stuck with
kind of
the rest of the launchers.
You can do it without Selphie. It's just painful. But I think in that regard, I think people will be like, they'll rationalize that. Okay, well, Selphie's kind of butting out, but she'll revive and C90 and be a god. So I think people will be justified grabbing. I don't think that'd be necessarily a really bad decision either. Ooh,
Selphie's probably the only.
When is Nidre going to evolve? He devolves every day. He's actually
I press
entire
B.
degenerate. You're what?
I press B.
Oh, Pokemon joke. What were you saying, Nick?
Shit, I don't know. Nidre's terrible joke. Selphie's like the only exception though to say like with her C90 she's amazing because like all the other C90s they're all great, right? But you're already stomping content and you're potentially not using them like the early C90s. You're not using them in Shinryu unless you like specifically try to push them through. Unless you're
Layla, and shout out to Cyanwave for running Layla and taking 50 minutes to do the 6-man. Oh, Layla has that longevity, but boy, people are gonna get sick of her. He is doing.
You're talking about longevity, like the fight lasts so long.
Yeah.
50 minutes is something I've never even done.
Yeah, that some of these Layla runs, but like she just does not. She keeps you. She darts around the mechanics, but you still have to do actual damage. So yeah, if anything, if someone was struggling with T6, I'd say pulling Selphie is a good idea. Solely because one, path of least resistance, like GRW pointed out. Thank you, GRW, for the right side. You don't have to think about it. And then two, even if you bench her immediately afterwards, she gets broken. Yeah. So I think that might be one of the few times where I'm pulling now, get one use out of her, and then revive, and then okay, much better.
Those people aren't going to have any resources left after they pity Golba's BT though.
No, she's wait. Oh, okay, I see what you did there. Yeah, she's on the Caius banner, thankfully. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh, what a tragedy.
Yeah, if he's on the Golba's banner, people would that would be very upsetting.
Who's on the It's Waka. No, that's on the Toto banner. Who's on the Golba's banner?
Bosch, my favorite character.
Oh yeah, Bosch. That's where he gets his blue armor, right?
Yeah. Nothing but blue armor.
Are you excited?
I'm not booing him. He's not good.
He's your favorite character. You're gonna do him like
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, well, Zach exists
I-
now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want my armor materials back from Gao. Blue Gao feels real bad, guys.
Yeah, I don't know why you did that.
Did anybody tell you otherwise? Where'd you get the idea that it was good?
I thought it was going to be great with Setzer, like the off-turn damage and just letting the enemies take a crap ton of turns and letting Gao like actually cap his hits.
1 HP attack.
Yeah. It was a terrible idea.
Yeah.
I backed out right away. I haven't
have
used
a
him in any
resurgence one day.
content.
He'll come back one day.
One day.
It's just going to be a very, very long time.
Yeah, this latest Garnet, I'm still calling it intertwined wills because intersecting wills sounds stupid. The intertwined wills for Garnet like just made me feel bad about Blue Gao.
I didn't watch the
Can you guys
story.
hear
What
my
was it?
dog growling?
I can hear the squeaky
A little.
toy too, but it's okay.
Sorry.
What is Gao split anyways? Then isn't it like 1-3 brave hits or 3-1?
I don't
Yikes,
know.
even
I blued him because he's my favorite. Well, one of my favorites.
I
He's
see.
not even in my top 10 for FF6.
Yikes! Yeah, he's got to get an update soon. I mean, he's on the tail end of C90s. Yeah, he's got to be soon, right? I mean, they just updated.
Yeah, he doesn't have a C90 yet, I don't think.
No, he doesn't. So he'll get someone. You're probably the only one that blew Gao. I'm sure there's another one.
There's at least one more person, but they probably don't do Lufenia Plus.
Oof. Gao split is 3-1. Is it for himself or do we know? Let me look up on Compendium real quick. I can get the character page open. Let's see. It's a party 3-1 split on Unity.
I thought it was party.
No, it's support. Support.
Yeah, I
and
remember
party.
it being support.
Wow,
yeah.
that's that's like super conflicting. Like they couldn't make up their mind. Like why not go Unity because you get chance and then go full yikes. Yeah, sometimes people are just down bad.
Like the guy who made Vanille's kit.
Yikes! Yeah, 1 HP attack. I mean, like I said, we were making fun of the Vanille inconsistency earlier, but at best, like I know some girl's gonna run Vanille a lot because likes the character, but 1 HP attack.
Yikes.
1 HP attack. She's got debuff start on her LD board, so you can use her as a call to get the defense down. I think it's like 80%. Like, is it 80%? I don't know exactly.
I think it's a good call. Yeah,
It's a good call. So yeah, you
not bad.
could drop the defense down twice. So if you're no turning and you don't want to deal with Ferris's debuff slots, very good in that regard. It's just not framed.
I don't know. It's hard. It feels like if you're not loading up with BT pluses, and you probably should be, right? But if you're not loading up with BT pluses, like your call space is very valuable still.
Yeah.
It's really hard to throw a call to be like, yeah, I need Warrior of Light call so that I can survive. But you lose a call, and you lose a way of like enabling your cap damage.
Yeah, I mean, it's good for, like, if you're trying to run heavy defense down alongside Ace, for example. Like, Ferris is a pain in the ass to run alongside Ace because that kills your debuff slots.
Yeah, they're terrible.
But Vanille solves that issue.
I ran. This is actually why I was so pissed that Vanille wasn't out for the Garnet fight. Was that I used Ferris call with Ace, and I was using Sabin.
GG.
And yeah, I had Ace's traps literally did not go off after 80%. I did the fight with a green Ace, and the traps never fucking went off because I had no debuff space left, and I didn't want to give them some turns.
Yeah,
It was such a poorly executed fight. I was glad I did not record it.
Honestly, if Vanille's on Jex cycle, that's actually better for me because I don't want to get a chance at a Gilgamesh BT, and I used Layla once and then forgot about her, so like that's another character that is overkill for content. So I'd much rather get her here. And
I mean, that's
mode.
good though. It makes her a good target for new players that need crazy wide roll coverage.
That
right?
guy on Reddit crying that he doesn't have Ferris's call can just use Vanille's instead, and maybe he can do a little more damage with Bart's. You'll get the lighthouse next time, buddy. Uh, you learn
Yeah,
as
you can get that on the LC. It'll be fine.
Right. Yeah, VL, we are all bad in managing debuffs. Like I was some of my early tries at the 6-man. I kept bringing like I was trying to juggle like Fang. I had Fang and Tidus in this damn party, and I was trying to also use RCL. Well, no, I wasn't using RCL, but then I had Beatrix to try and tank the HP damage, and then I brought Warrior Life for the lock, and then I soon realized that I had way too many fucking debuffs in the 6-man. And then I'm like, wait, what do I bring as calls now? I had no idea what to do. Yeah, 10 debuff slots win. Good times. I was gonna complain about the likes, but we're half and half, so that's fine. Even a monkey can keep track of 10 things. A monkey? Whoa, monkey! What are you trying to say? Say it.
Yeah.
Say it.
What are you trying to get in?
Whoa, monkey! Wow, you're like that guy who in the YouTube chat that one time that just kept spamming "Go back to Africa." That was I wish that guy would come back. That was funny. that was the funniest spam thing I've seen in my life, because he was so aggressive with it. Like, maybe it was a bot and that makes it a little less exciting, but just spamming "Go back to Africa." Not even Africa, bro. We are at an hour though, so I think we can start wrapping up. Nidre, closing thoughts.
Nah, I'm good.
Okay, cool. And closing thoughts.
Oh man, I was hoping that Nidre had something. What the fuck?
Yeah, sorry. No, I don't.
I'm pretty sure for those of you that are interested in refrigerating your phones, I have heard that it extends battery life. So if you tend to like hate your phone after 2 years, consider leaving it in the refrigerator, and maybe it might last an extra few months.
I see. I just bought a new phone today. I'm getting the Pixel 6.
Well, don't let
good.
that battery degrade. Go put it in the. Go put it in the
as soon as
fridge,
I get it,
in
I'm putting it straight in the fucking refrigerator. Nidre press B on the closing thoughts. Jesus. Is that all, Ink?
Do you need more? I mean, I can.
No, I don't. I don't need more.
I don't think I should. I can talk about Shulk if you want.
Oh my god. Okay, my closing thoughts are Halo Infinite multiplayer is actually good. If you all don't know, I used to be a pretty big Halo player, and it's not better than Reach at the moment, but it is better than Halo 4 and 5 at the moment. So if you see me uploading less quickly, it's actually just because I'm playing Halo. I've been playing it nonstop. What?
Halo 3 multiplayer was better than Reach multiplayer.
Yes, it was. But Infinite has a lot less gimmicks. The big team battle is still a giant mess. It has random drops, and so you can't time the weapons. And there's a lot of bullshit weapons in Infinite. They don't really do anything and aren't that good. But like the 4v4 stuff is good. AR starts suck. I wish we started with BRs unless you go into ranked, but I don't feel like going into ranked all the time. But then the pistol's decent enough. And the Infinite multiplayer is free on PC. So if you haven't played, I still like playing with controller as well. I tried playing with PC or mouse and keyboard, but it just wasn't working. I'm playing with the controller too long. Why are people so hyped about this next stream being early? Because it was people will hype themselves up for something new. But
yeah, we haven't talked about this, but a lot of people are saying that Xenos, that's a bunch of copium.
Just cope, yeah.
That's some copium.
But if you pay attention closely, people hype up. If any potential blips, people lose their mind about getting ready for a GL first every single time. So at this point, if it happens, it happens. I don't worry about it. I don't get myself too worked up.
Yeah.
Because the hype cycle begins after every single stream. After something isn't confirmed, or Josh is even the most slightly vague. So it is what it is. Yeah. So I'm gonna go play some more Halo and sweat with some of my old Halo buddies. This has been the Ranting Hour number 36. No stream next week. The Square Enix stream is on Sunday, and I'm probably not going to be streaming that because I'm hanging out with my girlfriend. So I don't actually. Jesus, what am I going to do next week? I don't know, but I don't think that far ahead. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. I'll catch you all.
Wait.
What?
1 second.
What?
Before you finish, don't forget to like the video and subscribe.
Thank you. Yes, do that. Do listen to the fish, damn it. Halo 4 was amazing. No. And on that, I'm ending the stream. Good night, everyone.